morning and welcome to Titan TV. I'm Mr. Kells.
Nice to have you back, Mr. Kells.
It's great to be back.
Today is Friday, May 1st, and I am Kyra Birch.
And I'm Mrs. Kells.
And welcome to Fresh Air Friday out here on the Kells family pool deck.
Just trying to live our best life.
And now for your morning announcements.
The Innovation Dance Team will be having virtual auditions for the 2020-2021 school year. Students who are interested, please email Mrs. Norton at adnorton@volusia.k12.fl.us for an informational packet. Auditions have begun. All paperwork and video submissions will be due electronically no later than May 6th. Students must have a 2.0 GPA and all ones in conduct. Come join an amazing team and create some great memories.
Titans, be sure to clear up any outstanding obligations you may have before graduation. Obligations can delay you from receiving your diploma. Please email Mrs. Torres or Mrs. Merck with any obligation questions.
Seniors, please be sure to check your vcs2go.net email. You should have received an invite to join the 2020 Seniors Microsoft Teams group chat from Ms. Pearsall. This forum has been established for you to receive information and for you to ask questions.
Navigate 2020 Virtual Conference and College Fair. This event will host 3 days of live stream expert presentations for students and families and a concurrent virtual college fair with a fully interactive booths. Students can chat with college admission representatives, helping to find that perfect fit.
Seniors, if you earned a scholarship for college next year, please email that information to Mrs. Maracino.
Seniors, the Orange City Women's Club has extended the deadline to apply for their scholarship. If you are interested in applying for this $1,000 scholarship, email Ms. Maracino at lmarrraci@volusia.k12.fl.us to request an application.
Great news, guys. The deadline to purchase yearbooks has been extended to May 15th. You can purchase the yearbook by visiting our school website at www.uhstitans.com. Simply click on the green Make a Payment button and follow the steps.
Speaking of the yearbook, check out this video releasing the theme of this year's yearbook. The video is made by Michael Perry.
Right here,
right now.
Take it or leave it.
I did it my way.
I made it happen.
I didn't know everything.
I know what I want.
Here's what I know.
I had a hard time adjusting to these settings when taking Club Olympic photos outside. I told myself to do it right here, right now, or never, and I improved.
Just a couple days ago for the COVID-19 spread, we were in charge of creating illustrations for it. I'm stuck in my house. I don't know what's going on outside. I don't have any inspiration for what to do. So we did our illustrations and we turned them into VICs and just hoped for the best. They had to take it or leave it.
One day I accidentally overbooked the photo studio, so I just had to stay focused and make sure everyone was done.
It's been days, weeks, and months of work that Ms. Hanks and the entire UHS Express staff spent building what I know is a beautiful book of your memories, your year.
Titans, if you have purchased a grad batch ticket, you can do one of two options. Simply respond to the email, let them know which one works best for you. Option 1, request a full refund of your grad batch ticket, minus the credit card processing fee. Option 2, receive a one-day ticket for $83 for both parks, Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. The ticket must be used by December 18th of 2020. You will get refunded the difference, $17 to $22, depending on your price.
Seniors, if you're planning to attend Daytona State College in the fall in pursuit of an AA degree, then you should apply for the DSC Presidential Scholarship. Email Mrs. Maracino for information and an application.
In honor of Teacher Appreciation Week, May 5th through 11th, please create a video sending some Titan love to your UHS teachers. Please email your video to Mr. Kells by Sunday. Your teachers are missing you, and a message from you would mean a great deal.
We get turned up, we get turned up, we get turned up. And with my friends, we get turned up, we get turned up, we get turned up. Okay, like this, yeah.
Hello guys, my name is Madison and I'm a part of SGA. This week we are doing See a Titan, Post a Titan, and that's where you see anything Titan with Titan spirit in somebody's window. You take a picture of that and then you post something with Titan in your window and make a hashtag of See a Titan, Post a Titan. Let's see how many Titans we see.
This week would have been our prom week. SGA would have planned fun events, a mock DUI presentation, prom promise event, and of course, Spirit Week dress-up days. Our prom theme was Titans Ever After, with fairy tales as the main idea. We want to honor our prom week with a virtual Spirit Week. Please join us and use the hashtag Titans Ever After. Fairy Tale Friday, put on that beautiful dress or fancy bow tie and show us how fancy you can look. Saturday, in honor of prom, show us your favorite prom memories and share what you are missing most about prom this year. We would love for you to post your videos on Twitter at TitanSGA411 for all of us to see.
Here at Titan TV, we want to try and honor all of our seniors, or at least as many as we possibly can. Recently, Mrs. Kells sat down and interviewed another senior.
That's right. I'm really enjoying interviewing these seniors, getting a chance to talk to students I've never even met before. Today's senior really touched me. Her name is Olivia Rousseau Hood. Check it out. Okay, so I just have 3 questions for you. The first question I think is a hard one. What do you miss the most about high school?
I miss a lot, honestly. Like, I miss being able to just go out of my house and be able to walk the halls. But most of all, I miss just seeing my friends and seeing some of my teachers, because something that's really hard is to communicate online, just because like I'm a person that like recognizes body language in people. So to be in front of a screen and not be able to catch all of those cues is kind of hard for me.
Yeah.
But just interaction with people that I hear about.
I think many people would agree with that. I certainly feel you on that. That is something I miss too. What was your favorite memory in high school?
My favorite memory would have to be all of the football games, because I was in band my sophomore year and then this year. So I love doing pep rallies and things like that, but just being together with people and having like that positive atmosphere, it was a lot of fun. Friday night like the thing that I go back to remembering, because like there would be really long bus rides, sometimes they'd be really short, but like just the conversations and the connections that I would have with people in band, I really miss that, and I miss them too.
Oh, I'm sure your band family is missing you so much right now.
Yeah.
But at least you have those memories. I know that is definitely bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so last question, Miss Olivia. If you could pick 2 people to spend quarantine with, only 2 people, who would you pick and why?
I would probably choose my cousin and my grandmother, because I feel like every other day I was at my grandmother's house doing whatever we wanted to. Like, me and her used to be really big on baking, and like every time I would go to her house, there would be something new that we would be making. My cousin would also be there. We like doing arts and crafts together, watching movies together. They're literally like my best friends, because I've known them my whole life. And it's funny because I used to live in Atlanta, so I never really got to see my family that lived in Florida. So I only just connected with them like the past like 10 years or so. So I'm finally getting to that strong bond, and I don't get to see them all the time. But there's been a couple of times before quarantining got really strict that my cousin would come over and we'd go fishing, because I live on a lake. And then I would try to sneak out of my house and have my mask and gloves on to go visit my grandmother, but I can't really do that anymore. So I would definitely want to be quarantined with them, just because like I could live with them for the rest of my life.
That's so sweet. You know, I've interviewed a couple seniors, and so many people have said their grandma is one of the people they would quarantine with.
I mean, definitely, just because like I love my mom. I would probably put her on the list too. I know it's only 2 people, but like I've always been like surrounded by really impactful women in my life, just because like I love my dad, but he hasn't been like as active as my mom has, just because he's always been working, and I understand that. Mm-hmm. But to be surrounded by people that I love and that are role models to me, that has definitely like shaped me to the person I would be. So I would definitely try to be quarantined with them if I could.
That's so sweet. You just gave me all these goosebumps and all these feels. Aw. Well, is there anything that you want to say for either the class of 2020 or the underclassmen, just as like a little message to them? Maybe your teachers?
Definitely. Yeah. There's a couple of things that I wanted to touch on. Like, I used to be a peer counselor. So it was my third period this year. I missed them so much, and I took the class for granted. I'm gonna admit that, and I used it as like a study hall class because there was nothing for me to do all the time. But for them, they're all freshmen right now. I would want them to try and make as many memories as possible to look back on, and like don't be afraid to like join clubs and things, because that's how you meet people that become your family in the long run. Like I joined color guard my sophomore year, and it was almost an accident. Like I didn't want to do it at first, but someone dragged me to the auditions, and I ended up having the best time of my life. So it's important to try and go make memories and go interact with people that you don't normally interact with, because I think that's what makes high school some of the best years of our life. And to the year of 2020, all of us, we're not necessarily going to be stuck here forever. So it's important to just keep your head high. And I was talking to someone yesterday, and she asked me, like, what would be one thing that you would want to tell everybody right now? Like, what would be one single phrase? And I would say, be still, because our minds are constantly running, and we're frantic about what's going to happen in the future. Are we going to be able to get out of quarantine and things like that? And I'm going to be honest, I was really stressed out and anxious and depressed the first week of quarantine, because I didn't know all of these what ifs and like if everything would be okay. And I just realized that I needed to be still myself and try to find peace in the midst of the storm, I guess.
That is the best advice. And I think we all need that right now. I know we need it right now, because we're so used to worrying about the next thing or planning the next thing instead of enjoying it. So now all this stuff is right here, and I know we're not all enjoying it necessarily, and we all have different situations, but to just focus on what you can and just kind of let the rest happen and stay safe and healthy. And that's all you can do, you know?
Exactly. And like, instead of focusing on like all the negative outcomes, you can think of something positive to do after quarantine comes out. So like, one thing that I was really disappointed about was prom, because I wanted to run for prom queen. And like, me and my friends started making a committee, and we were planning on baking and making t-shirts and posters and all these different things. And then it ended up getting canceled. So on the bright side of that, what I started to think up is I wanted to do a get together after COVID-19 is over and we're allowed to go outside again. And I'm trying to pick themes now for like a little get together in my backyard, and it'll be me and a couple of my friends, and we just have a good time, and it'll be our little makeshift prom if that comes down to it.
I love it. And don't give up. I mean, the leaders and the county and Miss McCann and everyone, all the hard sponsors and teachers are really trying to give you guys that. So don't lose the faith, but absolutely plan on smaller get-togethers just so you can have that to look forward to as well. But don't lose the faith. Yeah. We're going to do what we can for you guys for graduation, prom, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing, I want to say thanks to like UHS Press and Titan TV and SGA and everybody who is trying to piece together everything right now, because like I know that we can't really have like a normal lifestyle, so to speak, but for you guys to be willing to do this for everyone, I really appreciate it.
Oh, I'm seriously going to cry. Thank you for those kind words to everybody, and we'll make sure we pass them on, and I hope more people are watching and are inspired by you, because it was really inspiring talking to you, and this is the message that we need right now. So just keep your head up and stay positive, Olivia. Give your family lots of love from a safe distance, and we look forward to finding out the things that we can do when this is over and continuing to recognize the class of 2020.
Definitely. Thank you for interviewing me. It's been really fun.
Oh, I appreciate it. Well, stay safe, sweetie, and I thank you again for your time, and I hope you have a great day.
That's all the news we have for you today.
We thank you so much for watching.
And remember,
it's all about the you.
It's all about the you.